Stop right there and take a long, hard look at your blueberry bushes. Go ahead, I will wait. Are they actually loaded with fruit, or are they just sitting there taking up space and looking miserable? I am going to be straight with you because we are neighbors in this gardening game. For years, I was a total failure. I spent hundreds of dollars at the nursery. I tucked those plants into the ground with high hopes, and all I got was a handful of sour, shriveled berries that weren't even worth picking. It is enough to make you want to throw your shovel across the yard and quit for good. But please, do not give up yet. I finally cracked the code, and I realized I was making the same simple mistakes that almost everyone makes. Today, I am going to show you exactly how I turned my garden from a graveyard into a gold mine. We are talking about harvests so massive you will be handing out bags of berries to everyone on your street because you simply cannot eat them all fast enough. I am sharing my 5 personal secrets to getting huge blueberries fast. And I promise you, these work even if you have killed every green thing you ever touched. This is not some fancy textbook lecture. This is real world, dirt under the fingernails advice from one old gardener to another. Let us start with the biggest lie in the gardening world. Most folks think soil is just soil. I used to think that too. I would dig a hole in the backyard, plop the bush in, and then wonder why it turned yellow and died before the 4th of July. Here is the cold, hard truth. Blueberries are like royalty, and they flat out refuse to live in a house that is not built exactly for them. They do not want your regular garden dirt. They hate it. They are addicts for acid. You need a soil potential of hydrogen level between 4.5 and 5.5. If you do not give them that, they will literally starve to death with a belly full of fertilizer because their roots just cannot grab the food. I remember the year I lost 3 of my best bushes because I was being stubborn and used regular old potting mix. I almost sat down and cried when I had to pull those dead sticks out of the ground. Now I only use a dedicated acid lover mix. If you are planting in containers like I do, you have to be the boss of that soil. I fill my big wooden barrels with a heavy mix of peat moss and fine bark. It should feel light and airy, like a fresh sponge. And here is a pro tip that most people miss. Before you even think about adding dirt, take your drill and go crazy on the bottom of that pot. Most store-bought pots do not have nearly enough drainage. I drill 10 or 12 big holes because if those roots sit in stagnant water for even one single day, they are goner. Trust me. I have smelled rotting blueberry roots, and it is a scent that will haunt your dreams. Now, listen closely because this next part is where people throw their money away at the nursery. It is called chill hours. I know, it sounds like some scientific nonsense, but it is actually just a biological alarm clock. Every blueberry bush needs to sleep in the cold for a certain amount of time before it is ready to wake up and make fruit. If you live down in a warm spot and you buy a bush meant for the snowy north, it will stay asleep forever. You will have a lovely green bush, sure, but you will have 0 berries. I learned this the hard way after waiting 3 long years for a harvest that never showed up. Talk about a waste of time and effort. Now, I always look for varieties like Biloxi or Sunshine Blue. Those only need about 150 to 200 hours of cold. That is perfect for those of us who do not want to shovel snow every morning. Always check that little plastic tag in the pot. If it does not list the chill hours, do not buy it. Do not waste your hard-earned pension on a plant that is never going to perform for you. It is just a heartbreak waiting to happen. Wait until you hear this next secret, because it is the biggest game changer I ever stumbled upon. This is secret number 3, and it is all about making friends. Most people buy just one single blueberry bush and think they are done. And yeah, that one bush might give you a snack. But if you want those monster berries that look like they belong on a magazine cover, you need 2 different varieties. This is called cross-pollination, and it is like a double shot of espresso for your plants. When the bees hop from one type of flower over to another, they mix the genetics, and the result is just incredible. Your berries will be 30% larger and 10 times sweeter. I have 2 bushes sitting side by side on my patio, and I swear they spend all summer competing to see who can grow the biggest fruit. Last year, I was picking clusters so heavy they were dragging on the porch floor. It was the most beautiful sight I have ever seen in my backyard. If you have room for 1 pot, you have room for 2. Squeeze them in close and let the bees do the heavy lifting for you. Now, let us talk about feeding these hungry guys. This is secret number 4, and you have to be real careful here. I see so many folks grabbing a big bag of that cheap generic fertilizer and dumping it on their berries. Stop right there. That stuff is often loaded with nitrates and chlorides that will actually poison a blueberry bush. It is like trying to feed a newborn baby a spicy bowl of chili. It just does not work. You need food that is made specifically for acid lovers. I use an organic blend that smells a bit like the ocean because it has fish meal in it. My dog thinks it is a treat, but my blueberries absolutely thrive on it. I sprinkle a couple of good handfuls around the base every spring and again in the early summer, but do not just leave it sitting on top. You have to scratch it into the soil very gently and then water it in deep. This gives the plant a slow, steady stream of energy. It is the difference between a plant that is just gasping for air and a plant that is exploding with life. And that brings me to the one mistake that will kill your plant faster than a summer frost. Water, or rather, the lack of it. Blueberry roots are shallow. They sit right there near the surface where the sun can bake them. If that top inch of soil gets bone dry, those fine roots shrivel up and die. I have seen a beautiful lush bush go from green to brown in 48 hours just because someone forgot to water it during a heat wave. I am a bit forgetful myself these days, so I set a timer on my old flip phone. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning, I am out there with my hose. If you can set up a simple drip line, even better. You want that soil to feel like a wrung-out sponge, not a swamp, and definitely not a desert. This is the secret to keeping those berries juicy. If the plant is thirsty, the berries will be small, tough, and sour. If the plant is hydrated, those berries will be like little blue water balloons of pure sugar. But how do we keep that water from just evaporating away? That is secret number 5, and it is my favorite part. Mulch. I never, ever want to see bare dirt in my blueberry pots. Bare dirt is just an invitation for weeds, and it lets the sun cook the roots. I use a thick layer of wood chips or pine needles. Pine needles are fantastic because as they break down, they keep that soil nice and acidic. It is like a free gift that keeps on giving. Put down at least 3 inches of mulch. It keeps the roots cool even on those blistering August afternoons when the sun is beating down. Plus, it makes the whole garden look sharp and tidy. I love sitting out on my lawn chair with a cold drink, looking at those clean mulched pots, knowing my berries are safe and happy tucked in underneath. I know it might sound like a lot of fussing, but once you get into the rhythm, it is easy as pie. And speaking of pie, there is nothing like the reward of a real harvest. I spent all morning yesterday just picking and eating, and I still had enough to fill 3 jars of jam and bake a massive cobbler for the grandkids. When those kids take a bite and their little faces light up and their teeth turn purple, you know every bit of effort was worth it. Growing your own food is about more than just the fruit. It is about connecting with the earth and slowing down a bit. We are at a stage in life where we appreciate the simple things, the things that take time and care. We are not just growing berries here. We are growing memories, we are growing health, and we are growing a little piece of heaven right in our own backyards. We are part of a long line of people who work the land, and there is a deep pride in that. I truly hope you take these secrets and run with them. Do not let another year go by with empty branches and wasted potential. Go out there, get that acidic soil, find a couple of good plants, and get your hands dirty. I promise you, when you taste that first sun-warmed berry from your own bush, you will never go back to the grocery store version again. Thank you so much for stopping by my garden today. It really means a lot to have you here. If you found this helpful and you want more honest, no-nonsense talk about gardening from someone who has been through the ringer, please do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button right now and join our little circle. Give this video a big thumbs up because it helps me reach other folks who are looking for a bit of success in the dirt. Share this with your friends or your local garden club. Let us make sure every gardener we know has a purple-stained smile this summer. I cannot wait to hear about your progress, so leave me a comment below and tell me what you are growing. I will see you in the very next video. Until then, keep your boots muddy and happy gardening.